Okay, this was the question which we left yesterday. Question number 4, the coefficient of x cube in the expansion of this 2 plus x times 3 minus ax power 4 is 30. The coefficient of x cube. So find the possible values of a. So we will multiply these, expand these, and pick out the terms which contain x cube only, and then compare with 30. So the question starts here. 2 plus x times 3 minus ax power 4. So 2 plus x, it does not have any power, so it stays there. And in this second term, we know that we will need the term x square and x cube, because when we will multiply this 2 with x cube, that will be our required term. And then the second step, when we will multiply this x with x square, that will make it x cube again. So these two will be our required terms. So we chose to write x square and x only. Then we come on to this side. We expanded this. And when the value of r was 2, that will give us x square. When the value of r is 3, that will give us x cube. So we noted these two, x square and x cube, right in this place. Then we multiply these two to get the final terms of x cube. So 2 is multiplied with minus 12 to get x cube term, and x is multiplied with the x squared term to get 54a square x cube. After having this, we know that we have to take out x cube as common to compare it with the given value, that coefficient of x cube is 30. So in our next step here, we copied only the coefficients and equated them. Now this is actually a cubic expression. So we rearrange. This is 24a cube minus 54a square plus 30. Now the task started is, which we did in chapter 5, factorizing the cubic term. So first was hit and trial. When we placed 1 in this, we got 0. So that means a minus 1 is a factor, then long division, and remainder 0 also ensures that a minus 1 is a factor.
Sir,
Yes,
for other similar cubic equations, is the only method to hit and trial with different numbers?
always.
What if the number is a decimal, then is it possible?
That won't be the case. It will be always plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3. It will be from these. They cannot actually give you the answer. The remaining answer could be decimal. Our first hit and trial would be an integer always. You see, when we did this and multiply these two to make it cubic, the right side is now a quadratic. When you solve this quadratic, your answer is in decimal form. Your final answer is in decimal form. 5 plus minus square root 105 by 8. If we punch the answer, that will be decimal. But hit and trial is always integer.
Would this be an exam style question?
Yes. Let's try a few more questions. You will get familiar to this. Now, see question number 2. It says the coefficient of x square in the expansion of this is 60. Now it is x square. It is your choice. You do it directly or you choose to expand it. That depends on your practice. Both the options are valid. Okay. This is question number 2, page 166. It says the coefficient of 2 plus ax power 6. The coefficient of x square in the expansion of this is 60. So this is the hint which is given. And when we expand this, if we do not go directly, because it is just x square, so it lies around the corner. This is 2 power 6 plus 6C1, A6 minus 1, and B1 plus 6C2, A6 minus 2, and B2. We could have done it directly, but after writing this, we know that first term is irrespective of x, independent of x. Second is in x, and third is in x square. So we need this term, and it said that the coefficient of x square is 60. So we see, just let me get a hand on my calculator. Okay, 6C2. 6C2 is 15. So this is 15 times 16 times a square x square. So 15 times 16 is 240. This is 240x square. 240 a square x square. Now the question said that the coefficient of x square is 60, right? So 240 a square is equals to 60. A square equals to 60 divided by 240. So 60 by 240 is 1 by 4. A square equals 1 by 4. This is 1 by 4. Now square root. So A is equals to plus minus 1 by 2. These are the two possible values of A when the coefficient of x square is 60. Getting it? Just a second. Let me just switch the light. Electricity issues. Any question related to this question number 2?
Yes,
No.
sir. What page is this question again?
166.
Oh, okay. Question 2?
Yeah, we just did question 2. So any issue in this?
Um,
We'll practice
no,
more.
sir.
Practice more. Okay,
Yes, sir.
now
I practiced today, but the thing is, I wasn't paying attention to you when you explained question 2
no
because
issues. We'll practice.
I had to go and get my book and calculator from my bag and I couldn't find it. So I wasn't able to listen to question 2.
Okay, it said the coefficient of x square in this expansion is 60. So what we did is we expanded this, selected this third term, which is inclusive of x square, and that came out to be 240 a square x square. So we just equated their coefficients. So 240 a square is equals to 60, and we solved for a, and it came out to be 1 by 2. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's have a look at question number 3. It says the coefficient of x cube in the expansion of this is minus 720. So question number 3 is coefficient of x cube in the expansion of 3 plus bx raised to the power 5. So it is minus 720x cube. This is the given data. So we need the term in x cube. And we already know that there is no x in the first term. In place of 3, there's no x. So we can directly go for the value when r is 3. That is 5c3 into 3 raised to power 5 minus 3 into b raised to power 3. This is the term when we will get x cube. Any doubt?
No, sir. I have one question again.
Yes.
What does the second number after C mean? The 3 in this case?
The
Like
second
it's
number,
5C3. What does the 3 mean?
what is this 3? We did this 3
Yes.
because we wanted x cube. The
Oh,
formula
okay.
general form is NCR A n minus R B R. So we knew when this would be 3, only then we will get x cube. So we directly wrote this. In case where we will be where we won't be knowing it, there are two ways. Either we expand all the terms, or would we do it directly by comparison. We'll come to it soon. Okay, now 5C3 is 10, 3 square is 9, b cube x cube, and we already know that the coefficient of x cube is minus 720. So we will equate this. This is 90b cube x cube. So we now equate 90b cube with negative 720. So b cube is equals to negative 720 by 90. B cube is equals to minus 720 divided by 90 is minus 8. And then cube root both sides. B is equals to minus 2. So when b is minus 2, the coefficient of x cube in the expansion of 3 plus bx raised to power 5 is minus 720. Let's see our next question. Okay, let's try this challenge question. It says find the coefficient of x power 4 in the binomial expansion of this. Now, coefficient of x power 4, 3 minus 2x square power 9. 3 minus 2x square and whole part 9. Now we have to tell him the coefficient of x4. We know the formula is NCR A n minus R B R. So what should be the value of R to get x power 4? Anyone?
Repeat the question.
What should be the value of R to get this term, x power 4? This is A. The first term is always A. The second is always B. So B will be substituted in this place. So what should be the value of R to get x power 4? Sorry?
No, I'm talking about the n minus r. Is r 4 or not?
R must be, because in the end we want x power 4. So R must be 2. It is already x square. See 9 C 2, A is 3, that is 9 minus 2 into B. B is minus 2x square. So R must be 2 to get x raised to the power 4. You getting it? 9C2 is
Yes, sir.
36 and 3 raised to the power 7 is 2187. And this is 4x4. So 36 times 2187 times 4 is 314,928 x4. So the coefficient of x power 4 is 314,928. Now let's try this. This
Can
is
I
5
try
of
part B by myself without help?
yes, you can. But there was a little thing we need to study. After
Oh,
this, I'll give you a question.
all right, sir.
Or if you want to do, I'll just write a question. It's in a similar way. For example, you have a question 4 minus 3x squared and whole raised to power 7. This is the question. And you need to find the coefficient of x power 6. So you need to find the value of a. How will you do that?
But is it a question you're setting for us? For me?
Yeah, just a practice question in a similar way.
Oh, all right, sir.
We have to get the coefficient of x power 6. General formula NCR A N minus R B R.
So would R in this case be 2 or would it be 3?
It would be 3.
Okay.
If we use 2, 2 times is 4. To get 6, it must be 3. So 7C3, A is 4, 7 minus 3, B is minus 3x square. So when this R is 3 only, then we'll get x raised to power 6.
Okay.
7C3 is 35 and 4 raised to the power 4 is 256. 3 cube is minus 27. X power 6. 35 times 256 times minus 27 is minus 241920 x6. Mohammed, is it fine?
Yes, I got the same answers.
That's good. Okay, now moving on to the next step. When we actually, if you have a lot of practice, then you can guess the value of R. In this case, there was no term in X in A, but there was only in B. So we can always make a guess, an educative guess. But when we have this type of question, for example, we have 2x square minus 3 over x and the power is 7. Now, we are not very sure which term will give what value, what power of x. For example, I'm skipping the part of constants. I'm just writing a. For example, in first part, it would be 2x square power 1. Second would be, okay, just let's write it. 7c1, a1, and b. A is 7 minus 1 and b is 1. Now, when we solve this, actually the value of x will be 11. 6 2 times 12. then divided by this x, it will be 11. And 7c2, this is 2x square, 7 minus 2, which is 5. And it multiplies with this. So now this is 5 2 times 10. 10 divided by 2 is 8. So first it is giving x power 11. Then it is given x power 8. So it is actually difficult to guess without writing. Or you should have a lot of practice. Then 7c3, 2x square power 7 minus 3 is 4. And minus 3 by x power 3. Now you see this is 4 2 times 8. 8 divided by 3 is 5. So you see it gives x power 11 and x power 14, x power 14, 11, 8 and 5.
Wait, which coefficient are we trying to find?
Not any yet. We have
Oh.
just introduced x in the first place, in place of a. All the questions we did, it had x only in place of b. So when this is the case, when we are not sure, then how do we do it? For example, the examiner asked us to solve for x power 8. And we were not sure what value of r should we use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what? Okay, then how do we do it? We copy this question, 2x square minus 3 over x power 7. And the examiner wants you to find the value of a when it is x power 8. And we're not sure. So this is how we do. We write 7c r. R is unknown because we don't know. Then a is 2x square power 7 minus r. And then b is minus 3 by x power r. And it is equal to ax8. The examiner wants us to solve this term when the power of x is 8. So we've already substituted the values which we were sure about, that is the value of n and r. Next step, you separate the constants and the variables. So 7cr, this dot means multiply. Multiplied with 2 raised to power 7 minus r, multiplied with x raised to power 14 minus 2r. Does it make sense? Using indices, we are separating the variables
sir.
and numbers. Dot minus 3 raised to the power r. And if I take this x in numerator, this will become x raised to power minus r. Do you agree? Now,
Yes, sir.
now if we combine these two x, multiplication means adding the power. It will become x raised to power 14 minus 3r. And the constant will be the remaining terms. This, and this. We'll copy this later. But we needed to find this. So by comparing, I can say 14 minus 3r is equals to 8. 14 minus
Sir?
8. Yes.
Why is x to the power of minus r again?
It was in denominator. So that was x power r. When we bring that into numerator, the power changes. You remember this 1 over x square? If I bring this in numerator, I can write minus 2. Or if you have 3 by 4 power minus 1, you can write it 4 by 3. And the power changes by taking the reciprocal. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So solving for r is equals to 2. We now did it in reverse order. We compared the powers of x and got r2. So when r is 2, now we can copy these three terms, which is 7c2 dot 2 raised to power 7 minus 2, which is 5 dot minus 3 raised to power 2. So 7c2 is 21 times 2 power 5 is 32 times 9. So 21 times 32 times 9 is 6048. So the coefficient of x raised to power 8 is 6048. This was the case when we do not know what the value of r will be. Now let's try this. It said to find the coefficient of x raised to power 4 in this expansion. Five over x plus x square power 8. And I have to find ax4. I need to find a when the power of x is 4. Again, we do not know what the value of r should be. Do you have any idea? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what the value of r should be?
Would it be 2 again?
Maybe. Are you sure?
No.
So let's try. For sure, this is 8cr times 5 over x power r times, 8 minus r times x square power r. And this should be equal to ax4. In order to find a, we first need to find the value of r. So I'll equate powers of x with 4. So I'm separating the numbers. First is 8cr dot. Now when we deal with this 5, this is 5 raised to power 8 minus r. And when we deal with this x, this is x raised to the power minus 8 and plus r. I've reversed the sign because I brought x from denominator to numerator. Dot x raised to power 2r. Luckily, these two are already separated. It reduces one working step. So basis same powers add. So this is minus 8 plus 2r. 3r. So when we equate this with x raised to power 4, we say minus 8 plus 3r is equals to 4. So 3r is equals to 12 and r is equals to 4. So r is 4. At that time only, it will be x raised to power 4. So when r is 4, we bring this down. 8c4 times 5 raised to power 8 minus 4, that is 4. So 8c4 is 70 times 5 power 4 is 625. That makes it 43750. Coefficient of x power 4 in the expansion of this question is 43750. This would require a little practice. It is not tough, but a little practice to get used with the formulas. Please do let me know if you get distracted by the sound.
Sir, can you go back to the document so I can continue writing down?
Okay. Do you get updated form of this? Have you ever viewed it? We shared it right here.
Wait, which question is it again, sir, that we just solved?
This was the this challenge part. This is not the exact question.
Oh,
It is on page 167.
all right.
Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's
Yes.
have a further look at this. Okay, now it says find the first four terms of the binomial expansion in the ascending power of this. Now, this question is pretty simple because we do not have to think about anything, just expanding. So first four terms, then we'll see what to do with the second part. This is example 9. 1 minus x by 4 part 10. So first four terms. First plus 10c1. There's nothing in A, so we skip that. 10c1 b1 plus 10c2 b2 plus 10c3 b3. These are the first four terms. So 1 power 10 is 1. 10c1 is 10. So this is 10 times minus x by 4 plus 10c2 is 45 times x square by 4. Be careful with this negative sign. When the power is odd, it stays negative. When the power is even, it becomes positive. So 10c3 is 120 times negative x, and 4 cube is 64. Negative x cube. So final step 1 plus 10 by 4 is either you bring it in fraction or decimals. It is your choice. Is 2.5. This was negative. So minus 2.5 x. Then it is positive. 45 divided by 4 is 11.25. 11.25 x square. Last is again negative. 120 divided by 64 is 1.875 x cube, and so on. And yes,
So how did you get 11.25x squared?
45 by 4.
Because in the book it says 2.8125x squared. It doesn't say 11.25x squared for the answer.
Are you looking for the first part or second part?
I'm looking at the explanation here for A part.
Okay. Where did we go wrong? Then this is 1, 2, 3. Yes, got it. This was 2 square and it should be 16. This, thank you. This should be 16. So 45 divided by 16 is 2.8125. Thank you. $2.8125. We on same page now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it says, what does it say in the second part? It asks you about to use your expansion to estimate the value of 0.975 raised to power 10. 0.975 raised to power 10. Now, this is something which you have to compare with this. So you can substitute something in place of x. So 0.975. If you write it here, this is 0.975 power 10. So I have to do something so I can relate it with my first part, that is 1 minus x by 4 raised to the power 10. So whatever it is, I'm just checking 1 minus 0.975. When we subtract these two, I get 1 by 40. So if I write this is 1 minus 0.025. Any doubt in this step? If I write 1 minus 0.025, it is equal to 0.975. And if you see,
No, sir.
I can write it as 1 by 40. Now our main question was 4 in denominator. If I have to make 4 in denominator, what should I do? I divide both these numerator and denominator by 10. So I get 0.1 over 4. Any doubt in this?
So I
No,
have a
sir.
question for the second step. So you went
Okay.
from 0.
This step,
Yeah, I don't understand
I
what
just took away, I just did this 1 minus 0.975 to see what the difference is. And the difference was 0.025. So I wrote 1 minus 0.025, which is actually equal to 0.975.
I understand. Thank you.
So after writing this in the third step, this 0.025 is 1 by 40. When it is 1 by 40, I needed to compare with this one. So I should have something like 4 in denominator to know the value of x. And if you remember, when we had questions like this, 2 by 0.2 by 5, we used to multiply with both numerator and denominator by 10 to get 2 by 50. So we are actually just doing the reverse of this. So we divide both by 10 in order to get denominator as 4 and numerator as 0.1. So this is the value of x. All you need to do is substitute this 0.1 in all x. 1, 2, and 3, and you'll get your answer. Clear? This was just the basic. Obviously, when you have the calculator, you can write 0.975 per 10, but he asked you for first 4 terms only. And this is very helpful when you have something like uh, other than the numerical value. And one more thing, when you practice this question, you'll see as the power increases, the term actually becomes negligible. Why so? If you have something like 0.1 per 1, it is 0.1. When it is 0.1 per 2, it is 0.01. So it keeps on reducing the decimal number. It keeps on reducing. So for higher powers, the value is almost negligible. Just as in this case, it says find the first 4 terms of the binomial expansion. So we'll find first 4 terms by substituting the appropriate value of x, find the approximate value for this. So again, exactly in the same way. So let's do this. 1 minus x by 10 and first 4 terms. 1 minus x by 10 and power is 6. We need first 4 terms. So first term plus 6c1 b1 plus 6c2 b2 plus 6c3 b3. These are the first 4 terms. So this is 1 plus 6c1 is 6 times minus x by 10 plus 6c2 is 15 times x square over 100. Then 6c3 is 20 times minus x cube over 1000. So 1 plus 0.6, and this was negative. So 1 minus 0.6x, then plus 0.15x square, then 20 divided by 1000 minus 0.02 x cube. Now this is the first part. Second part demanded the value, approximate value of 0.99. Now again, by comparison, this was 0.99 power 6. I have to convert it into this form. So 1 minus something. So when we check on our calculator, 1 minus 0.99, it is 0.01. So 1 minus 0.01. These two terms are now equal. So I'm converting it in this form, in x by 10. So when I write 1 minus 1 by 100, is it same? In order to get 10 in denominator, I'm dividing both numerator and denominator by 10. That is 1 minus 0.1 by 10. Now these are exactly in the same form. So value of x is 0.1. So it will be 1 minus 0.6 times 0.1 plus 0.15 into 0.1 squared minus 0.02 into 0.1 cube. And using calculator. So 1 minus 0.6 into 0.1 plus 0.15 into 0.1 squared minus 0.02 into 0.1 cube and 0.94148. Any doubts?
No, sir. Not so far.
No, sir.
Let's have a quick review. What else is there? And nothing else is there other than practice. I think we should give one more class to this topic before we move on.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
So please do practice, and I would recommend that start with the shorter ones. Question 1, 2, 3 from exercise 1, then exercise 2, question 1, 2, 3, then exercise 3, question 1, 2, 3. So you have a strong grip on the formula and this sequence. See you in next class.
Sir.
Take care. Allah
No,
Hafiz.
sir.